Greetings. Sensei Kurt out here having a nice cold Guinness. Highly recommend Guinness on a hot day. I know it's a little bit cool for a hot day, but I figured every day's a hot day when you can have a Guinness. Anyway, what is going on? Do you think Netanyahu is back in office? Whoever is in there, it doesn't really matter. There's going to be a peace plan, and it's going to go south. And it's going to be like huge wars throughout the world, and there's going to be tribulation like the world's never seen before. And you've got probably a year or so of okay. I mean, it's not going to be great. It's not going to be terrible. Okay. Then it's going to go fast. It's going to be like judgment. And when it happens, it's going to happen rapid fire. That's how I see how Scripture kind of shows us. It's going to be rapid fire. So I suggest go to the country. Cities you don't want to be anywhere near it. You want to have a currency. Now, Bibles are going to be a black market item. So they're going to be worth money during the tribulation. It's going to be hard to get a Bible, but you can get them. Black market Bibles. Can you imagine trying to sell Bibles in the tribulation? That's what's going to happen. So, stockpile Bibles. Tribulation is going to be lots of people wanting them. Especially the Gideon Bibles. They're going to be worth a lot of money. That's about it. It's my only advice. Tribulation is going to be the worst time of world history. And the worst thing about having that would be there'd be no Guinness either. So it's kind of like an Irish milkshake. It's what it is, actually. The Irish milkshake, Guinness. Look, it's got like a milkshake suds on it. So anyway, I just thinking about this whole tribulation time. You know, what would I do if I had to go through tribulation? I would go to the hills. I would go to the mountains. I would be off the grid. You're gonna have a currency that could be, you know, Bibles and so forth. That can. That's a good idea. Yeah, just do a little talk here with myself. We're talking about, what are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about like the end of days. Yeah, you know that topic. Like, you know, just before the Lord returns, tribulation, basically the proverbial shit hitting the fan.
Zombie apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse, exactly. That's San Francisco's halfway there. They're stepping over needles, and I live in San Francisco, so yeah.
You gonna get sucked up in the rapture, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's only for the church, only for the believers, but hey, I'm part of it, so I'll drink to that.
Welcome to Australia, son.
Thank you. So you're looking forward to the rapture yourself? Who wouldn't as a believer, you know? Because you know what the future is. Hey, is it? Oh, it's not Thursday, is it? But a pint. How are their burgers here?
Well, it's 2 for 2. It's Tuesday night, mate. You get 2 main meals for the price of one.
I don't want to get fat. I just want to eat something.
Yeah, but you can get a doggy. There's no law saying you can't get a doggy back for the second meal.
Oh no, you're kidding? Yeah, for real. You're always thinking, you Aussies. See, that's the problem. You're always thinking about food, and that's it.
America's the fattest country in the fucking world, though.
Hey, but we can at least afford to eat there. The food is amazing. I mean, you get a burger, a big ass burger for $5. Here it's 20. You know. Hey, I get it. But what happened is the economy kind of went south because everything went expensive when they raised minimum wage. And inflation caught up with it real quick, and now things are more expensive. But see, the government was saying, good, now they got more money, now we can tax them more. So the only ones that won were the government on that one. Trump all the way. Trump is by far the best president we've ever had.
I agree with you.
Now, the first good one we had after Lincoln was Kennedy. Most of them are all corrupt. Lyndon Baines Johnson, the most corrupt president on the face of, at that time. He's the one that orchestrated the killing of Kennedy. Because who benefited the most from Kennedy dying? The vice president. And who he's connected to and everything else? Cuba. They were in on it too because of the Bay of Pigs. Kennedy stopped because they were going to war, and Kennedy pulled out air support.
What are you doing yourself anyway? You retired, obviously.
Oh yeah, I was a school teacher, but you know what? You're not allowed to teach anything in America anymore. Because if it's politically incorrect, you can't do it. So I can't even talk about this stuff with a class.
Yeah.
I can't even probe. I have to teach what I'm told to teach. And that's indoctrination. Straight up. That's why here in Australia, I hear that Aboriginals can't get AIDS. They just can't get it. Did you hear that? Aboriginals, they just can't get HIV, man. They can't get AIDS. Oh, you didn't hear that? Oh, the government won't give it to them. Wait, you hear that? The government won't give it to them. They give them everything else. Why? Because we feel guilty. The government has programmed you to feel bad about taking what was theirs. You know what? That's how it's always been. No, you don't exactly, but the government feels bad for you. See, you don't give a shit. You're like Trump. You're gonna do what's right regardless of what the establishment says. Trump's awesome. Hey. Oh, here's the Trump, guys. I'm just visiting for a while. Yeah. Here in Adelaide, primarily go to Grange and Henley Beach. Kind of make my rounds. California. Yeah. No, hell no. No, I'd love to have a burger right now. Make it a double with cheese. No tofu burger here, man. Hardcore meat eater. I tried going vegan just because I wanted to know if I could. I thought I was dying. It's like,
You probably were.
yeah, I was. You know. Well, no, this is I call this the what would I call this? Oh, the milkshake of Ireland. Let's see if that lovely barmaid brings me another one since this is now empty. I'll put it here.
No.
Ah, come on. She's got to see that.
Yeah, but she won't come out here and fucking. She'll come out and clean it. She won't bring you one.
She'll bring me one. I've already pre-programmed her. I paid for that shit. I said, Mom, when you see this empty one coming low, I want to have a refill.
You got the South Australian boots on.
I know, these are, look at that.
Bullshit.
You are the woman. Hey, wait. Thank you so much. These guys are saying, no, she wouldn't bring you one out. What the hell is right? Good job. You see, it's because I'm an American, I get a pass. I'm a dumb American. You know, I actually was going back to America with bullets from Australia, and I didn't know it. What I did was I had bullets with me in America, and I forgot to take them out of my luggage. So I brought them here, and I go, oh shit, I just brought here. I came all the way to Adelaide. No one did anything.
Oh, so you went to Sydney first?
Sydney, and then to Adelaide. Yeah. And they just let me go. And you see, yeah, exactly. They would have found him there, right? They didn't check anything. When I was taking off here, I got a call. I was in the lounge, and they said, Kurt Stroiker. And then I came up, and they said, here, we need to go downstairs. Here are these 2 armed blokes with machine guns, right? Standing like this. They're cops. They got police written over and everything, a little bit the hat. And they're all mean looking and everything. And they go, is this your luggage? And I go, yeah. He says, what's that? And it was bullets. And I go, oh, they're my bullets. I'm sorry, I was bringing them back to America. I brought them here by mistake. And I'm bringing them back, but you know what? You can keep them. I don't need them that bad. They were just 357 Magnums. Yeah, 38s, basically. Well, yeah, because I shoot that in America. You know, in America, the safest cities in America are open carry. Go figure that. It only makes sense. If you were carrying, and I was carrying, guess we'd be a little more polite, right? We would be, you know, and we wouldn't be robbing. Who robs a jewelry store? Everybody. Who robs a gun store? Nobody. The guy in the gun store is armed to the teeth. He's always carrying and always loaded. Trust me.
I want to go to America. I've been sent to
Oh, you got to go.
I want to go to America so bad.
If you go to America, LA is its own little world. Don't judge America based on LA. But I love the countryside. I love the mountains. I love all the
Go to California if you want to go.
Oh no, the thing is, see, Aussies do really well in America because you got the accent and you got Crocodile Dundee giving you a, you know, a thumbs up, right? What's that? Oh no, that is plastic. Yeah, I get that.
The only good thing about that was
The only good thing about it is you can say goodbye. No, trust me. That kind of woman forever drive you crazy. Hey, let's see if the barmaid brings you a beer when you're done. Or you got to go back in. No, you get to go back in anyway, because then... I was drinking a Guinness here. The hottest day in Australia was like 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It was back a few months ago, like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, maybe. I was sitting right here. I drank 2 Guinnesses. Oh no, I don't want to go up anywhere near there. I'm not here to prove anything. I just want to enjoy Australia. What do you do in Broome? Oh, okay, yeah. Broome would be nice for the beaches. Yeah, but do they have cold Guinness? Well, I must, it's a perspective. I think Broome would be a great place to hang. I just know there's a place called Iron Knob.
What's your name anyway, champ?
Kurt.
Kurt. Bill. Yeah, I'm
Guy and Bill. Now, obviously, you're tradies, so what kind of trades?
Satellite dish built. Yeah.
Satellite dish. You install satellite dishes. Because I used to work at Comcast, which is America's, cable company, and we always competed with the dish guys. So yeah, I did that when I got out of teaching for a while. I did that. Then I went back to teaching, and then retired and did real estate. Oh, I love teaching that, but noble trade. But see, the thing is, the problem is most teachers are just teaching what they're told to teach. They've been programmed to teach. They don't go off and explain really how anything really ties together because they don't want us to figure out we've been screwed by the government. Like 9/11. Do you really think 9/11 those 2 buildings came down by a plane hit them?
I'll tell you a story.
No.
I was 21. I was in Connemara. I don't know where that is. But I met an American lady, right? And this is just after 9/11. And she got a $20 bill and she folded it like an aeroplane. On one side of the bill, you can actually see fucking coming down, and on the other side, you can actually see the Pentagon when the plane is the Pentagon. Dead set.
You can. I've seen that. You can, but see, to me, that doesn't do it. You know what really? See, that's an easy red pill. But if you saw towers 1 and 2 come down, you saw the planes hitting the smoke, the mirrors, but it blows out. Now here's the thing: they landed on 3, 4, 5, and 6. But here's Tower 7 over here, and it wasn't even touched. They lit a couple fires in there to try to get a distraction. They couldn't even get the fires going that good. I mean, it was a pathetic attempt to destroy evidence, but they didn't want to destroy too bad because they put inside their explosives. All right. At 5:20 in the afternoon, Tower 7 comes down flat like a pancake on 9/11. And so there was Tower 2 and 3 1 and 2 come down, covers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tower 7 was a timing miss. This one came down, but they had to do it because remember they cut it and compromised the whole building. It had to come down at this point. There was no like, oh, we could rebuild it. We can't inhabit that building right now. So they dropped it. That takes weeks, if not months, to set up. And they had to do it covertly, so they had to do it over a long period of time, which means they had batteries in there because everything's remote control. A battery or two went dead, or all the batteries went dead, or they forgot to take the tabs out of the batteries, or something to do with the timing delay. They were ready to go. Wait a minute, Towers 1 and 2 are supposed to come down with Tower 7, which was missed by the debris field. It all comes down. Now we control the demolition and we take everything off and recycle it. We don't go and investigate why did this building come down in pieces? Because it was all the thermitic explosions that tore holes through instantly liquefying steel is what it happens with thermitic.
Tin can, big hollow tin can.
No, exactly. It was mostly a tin can. And that was a superstructure steel. Even Trump set his own men there to look at it to see, how this could happen. And everyone knows it was not the planes doing a thing. It was the thermitic explosions, and he was blowing it all the way down to make it look like it was just a collapse, a massive failure. But that's called a controlled demolition. I mean, if this thing all of a sudden came down as a controlled demolition, we would not be here. They'd be setting dynamite charges. But we'd see it weeks in advance. Yeah, they shut down whole elevator shafts to get into the whole levels through the shafts. I see that she's very well adapt to this kind of service. In America, you'd make tips. You know that? That would be nice.
Yeah, it should be on $5 an hour.
It should be on $5 an hour. True story. But doesn't it encourage a good service, though?
It does.
Yeah, you bust your ass as a waiter. So I'm happy to give 20%, if not more. Because I've actually worked in the industry for a bit, so I understand it a bit. Not that I really did I worked in the restaurants, but I wasn't taking tips. But my daughter got tips, so I get it. But see, I got a you can get a big hamburger and a whole order of fries.
So we don't have to yell.
Oh, okay, yeah, good idea.
Mate.
Good to see you, guy. Now, you look familiar to me. Do I look familiar to you?
Me?
Yeah.